We have a question, and just so we can make sure that there's clarification, the bursar's office will be coming to a session in July. So definitely make sure that you tune in for that. But I think that there just needs to be a little bit of clarity on tuition and when it's due, and the loans and when they're paid out in the fall, because there was a question. It says, so tuition is due in July, but loans are not paid out until the fall. So
Right.
could you just provide students
Yeah.
with clarity, because they will see that on their bill?
Yeah. What'll happen is financial aid notifies the bursar's office that you have financial aid scheduled to come to you. And there's a way, and Tom can explain it better than I, or better than me, rather, where you can go on and see your account charges, but at the same time also see that either a scholarship or a loan or whatever is scheduled to be dispersed. And then once that magic disbursement date actually happens, you can actually go back into your student account and see what your net disbursement is that will be coming to you. So again, it's very critical that you're checking through the UB portal and constantly looking at your financial aid and looking at your account charges. And Tom, correct me on this, but I think we're going to have the anticipated aid show up on bills this year, correct?
We're working to do that, yes.
Yes. So in the past, you got a bill and your financial aid didn't show up. And so about 2,000 of you would call us and say, explain this to us. So we got the message. We heard you. So we are working with the bursar's office so that your anticipated aid will show up, and it's anticipated based on you being enrolled at least as a half-time student. That's why it's called anticipated. And then you can see, here's my charges, here's my anticipated aid, everything's fine, and it looks like I'm going to have some money refunded back to me, perhaps for living expenses or other costs that you may have.
University of Baltimore's tuition is so affordable, which is one of the things that I think we're all proud of, that I'm sure that you each have more than enough to cover the cost of your tuition if you haven't borrowed previously. Based on our tuition costs. So the next question is, can the financial aid office hold the award money for me if I'm interested in taking a summer class?
So we wouldn't necessarily hold money. The way to do it would be, though, is you would just accept less during the fall and the spring terms. So that way you have money left over for the summer. So you can do it pretty much one of two ways. I would, if you can, I would say just try to have money left over to be awarded during the summer, as long as you do plan to attend at least 3 credits for a summer term to qualify for aid, because that way, because of what Terry mentioned earlier, if you say accept money for the fall and the spring, you're also going to maybe just say get a refund and just hold on to it until the summer term begins and pay for it that way. You would have to make the payment back directly to us, and of course that money is going to accumulate interest for about 9 months or so until the summer term begins if you get that disbursement in the fall and you're holding on to it. So you should plan to try to just not accept the full amount, and then but then you'll be awarded again for the summer term with whatever you did not use out of that $20,500 to be able to use to pay your summer balance.
And what I would suggest that if you're planning to do that, would be to send an email to Tom and myself, and we can work with you to adjust your awards so that you'll have a portion of the money remaining for the summer term. And if you do need to use the full amount during the year, as Tom said, there's always the Graduate Plus loan, higher interest rate based on credit. And again, the old curmudgeon is telling you to borrow as little as possible. So please try to stay out of the Graduate Plus program. It's there, it's a federal program. If you need it to accomplish your goal, use it wisely. And if you're not sure how to use it wisely, contact Tom or me, and we will get back to you and talk you through the steps that you need to do and the things you need to think about. And believe me, 10 years out, when you're repaying your loan, you'll be really thankful that you did not borrow the maximum every single semester. Okay?
That's super good advice. And as both a borrower and a parent of a borrower, I can completely concur. It creeps up on you and it's not fun.